Welcome to our newest podcast at QE Foodstores, where we bring our suppliers and producers to come and share their stories, how they're innovating these wonderful products to make a difference in communities and to our customers. So today I have got Furtina and Sacha from Fishtastic. How are you?
Great, thank you.
Yeah, welcome to our program.
Thank you for having us.
I'm looking forward to learning about your Fishtastic product.
Amazing.
Why Fishtastic?
Fishtastic is really the brainchild of the Fusion Group because we wanted to get into the pet space and we wanted to do something that was really beneficial for our furry friends. We wanted to make sure we created a product that was single ingredient, that was nutrition dense, that was Australian made, sustainable, and could really bring something back to the community. One, we know it's completely vet certified, so it does incredible things for our pets. There are no fillers, no preservatives. It's a wonderful product. And I think the other aspect to it is that fish as a product is so good for our dogs, and not a lot of people are across this. We feed lamb, beef, chicken to our dogs, and that, we know as humans they're not that great for us, but fish we know is full of omega-3s. It's great for the fur and the coats, eyes, and all the health of our dogs. So when we found this product, we were really about doing the right thing for our pets. So we've gotten behind it, we've recreated it, and now we're actually rolling this out. So we're so happy to partner with QE Foods on it.
Oh, you're welcome. So only a single ingredient, just fish?
Correct.
Nothing else?
Nothing else.
Like no fillers, nothing. How do you just...
It's 100%. So it's a dehydrated product. So it's dehydrated, which means it preserves the nutrition in the actual product.
Yeah.
No fillers in it. It's actually built in a small factory in Mission Beach, Australia.
Yep.
So what they do is we actually use the offcuts of the fisheries. So no additional fishing is done to create this product, which means that it's actually fully sustainable. So then we get the product from the offcuts, we put it on a dehydrating plate, we dehydrate it, and then it holds its value and sustainability and nutrition value for a lot longer period. So it's got a 2-year shelf life. Yep. Which is great. So it doesn't last that long in my household, but you can have it for a long time. And again, it's just this, it's very clean. There's nothing really in it except the fish.
Yep.
So
the entire product is actually made out of offcuts.
Correct. Yeah.
So you guys have done a deal with the fisheries, whatever they cut, the offcuts, you're creating this byproduct.
100%. Yeah, exactly.
It's very sustainable.
Very sustainable. So we do use every part of the fish. So our major bloodline that we use is mackerel, and nothing goes to waste, which is a wonderful thing to know that, obviously if you're somebody who is an animal conservationist, none of the fish goes to waste. And so that was one of the reasons we really wanted to get into this, because it is a sustainable product.
Who came up with this genius idea that this is a lot of waste from offcuts going in somewhere? Let's create a product that's going to be beneficial, good for the environment, and we can create food for pets.
Well, it was actually a fisherman in Mission Beach where we collaborated with him, and his wife was the animal nutritionist.
Okay.
So those two collaborated to create this product, and at that time it was a small sort of cottage industry business. They worked with the community on, obviously distributing it, and a group like us, Fusion, can really make sure that the distribution on this product becomes nationwide. And obviously with partners like yourself, we can make this happen. So we came in to put some business behind it.
Got it. So Fusion is a much larger group, and you guys are helping distribute this product nationally for this husband-wife business.
Yeah, correct. Okay. So we've collaborated with them. They obviously are the engine room of what we do, but we love the philosophy behind it. And we worked with them on the packaging piece, making it a bit more saleable, retailable. And now we have a great product that we haven't taken anything out of. We've completely kept it as is, and we've just put a little bit of marketing and a little bit of, I suppose, a bit of energy behind it to push it out. So Fusion can do that, and that's what we do as a bigger group.
Okay, so what got you guys into, because you said you were into merchandising products, right?
Yeah.
it's like a shelf space or things of that nature. So what did you guys, like, how did you want to get into pet food industry?
Well, it's two parts of the business. So it's the retail solutions, which is what Fusion is all about, and then the retail product side of it. We see a huge opportunity in pet products because it is such a growing industry, especially during COVID, with everybody, finding a new friend in their home, which was their dog. So we thought it was a great industry to get on board with. Yeah.
Consistently finding myself
looking at it,
looking at the dog wearing a glass. The innovation that took place during COVID era is just exponential. We have had podcasts here with dog photo guys, the big tree, and it all started with back in 2017 with the 𝗬𝗍 food, right? And we first introduced, and everyone was like, oh, so expensive, like $60, $70, human grade. And but once we put it on a shelf, we basically doubled our sales.
Great.
Like, it was like people wanted to feed their kids human grade, really good, high quality pet food. And I've seen innovation just gone whole new level in terms of just dressing up, the glasses, the gelato, and you name it. Yeah. It's really, really.
Oh, look, it's fantastic. And look, I suppose, we believe that people love their pets, they become part of the family. We're about the longevity and the lifespan of our animals. We want them to be with us for as long as we can. And the way you do that is through health, and obviously we do that with our children through good eating and, very clean habits. And that's the same thing that we want to promote for our dogs. So I suppose the great part about moving forward with this product and working with you and the schools is that doing the competition means that we can create a whole new excitement amongst our children.
Yeah, well, we went around to the schools yesterday, right, with the competition. How wonderful that was.
It was wonderful. So good. And I'm so excited. And everybody has a pet. So they've got a pet and they... Yeah, exactly. So I suppose the great thing about doing this competition, it's dressing up our pets, it's putting them in a modelling competition, and they have the opportunity to be on the cover of our packaging, or also to be involved in the little cards that we do, which are collectible. So that's what they win, and they also win Fishtastic products if they get chosen by us to move forward. And obviously we want to talk about collaborating with Pet Rescue and doing donations for that space too, because obviously post-COVID there was loads of dogs that were abandoned due to the fact that they acquired them and then now they're like, we don't need them. So Pet Rescue is overwhelmed with that kind of I suppose piece at the moment. So we want to work with them on donating some of the profits to that business too. So that is something that we're looking forward to in the future.
That's once again great initiative to give back to the community, and we had Dr. Lisa. Dog by Dr. Lisa, and she was talking about the same issue, that everyone got pets during COVID, but once the COVID was over, people had to go back to their offices. They got nobody to look after the pet, and they ended up taking it to rescue. And so that seems like a big issue.
It's a huge issue, and I think, it's that old comment, dogs aren't just for Christmas. It's the same thing. Like, you bought a pet during COVID, you were there at home, now you've gone back into the office and you can't look after your dog. So a lot of pets are being abandoned, and these great organisations looking after these animals, and we want to collaborate with them because we are a sustainable product, we are a community product, we're Australian made. We're an all-natural, product. So we want to work with these organisations to make it, to support them. So.
And what's your view on the Fishtastic and the general?
I mean, look, I love it. I mean, when I first saw it, I thought the energy that pops out with the colours and the brightness, I think it's definitely something that stands out. And if you go into a pet shop, I must admit, it's pretty boring, plain old colours. No offence.
They're very colourful.
No offence to the suppliers, of course, but it is pretty generic out there. Whereas I find that there's not anything out there with the fish product. And so this is something that, like Sacha was saying, is sustainable, but also helps the longevity of an animal as well as, or dog, I should say in this case. But like everyone's more serious about looking after their pet to the point where they're missing out. They're not actually getting things for themselves. They're getting it more for their pet in this economic downturn. So I think it's definitely a standout.
Yeah, you must be very passionate about pets yourself, given that you were a CEO of Number One, did you say, for a little while?
Correct.
And you ran the 𝗁 brand there?
Yes, correct. Yes.
So where does your love for pet food industry come from?
Look, from personal experience, I've always loved animals. I've always had pets and mainly dogs in my lifetime, and I recently unfortunately lost my 16.5-year-old boy to just old age, and it was because
life.
Yeah, he did. I mean, for a shepherd as well, like that's quite old. You know, they're usually around the 10 to 11-year-old mark when they pass. But because
you fed him a lot of 𝗁, didn't you?
No, I must admit, a raw food diet, person, and a bit of a sustainable, like I guess, combination of fruit, vegetables, and a bit of rice and things. So I like a balanced diet, and then I use now Fishtastic as a topper, and make a bit more flavoursome for my other dog, which is still alive. So I do believe trying to give your best for your pet for the longevity of their lifespan.
Yeah, no, definitely. Look, I believe that if you're going to have them, then you may as well really look after them.
100%.
Otherwise, leave them out in the wild.
Yeah, exactly.
In their natural state. Don't slave them.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Yeah, so that's good. What is the vision for the brand?
The vision for the brand is this is the core product.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of NPD, which is new product coming in, which will be bars, cookies, Christmas packs, all the kind of stuff that you need moving forward. And we will definitely back it up with that kind of product. Again, the baseline of the product won't change. It'll always be fish based, but it will have great packaging piece behind it, and it appeals to the child and us with the colours and everything. So I think dogs are about bringing out that child in us anyway, and that's why we went down this line with colours, and putting 𝗂𝗃𝗄, who's actually on the front cover of this, is the reason why this product was created. He was a dog that had very serious arthritis, and he was owned by the couple that started the brand. And he got very sick with arthritis, and the only thing that they could give him was fish broth and fish products, and his life was elongated by another 5-6 years. So this is about really appealing to the child and us, and creating that kind of journey for our animals.
Is there any kind of science out there? For example, I can understand dogs eating chickens and maybe beef and dead beef and the wild eating everything, but they wouldn't have eaten fish, because fish, they have to swim in the ocean too, or a pond or something. Is a fish suitable for dogs?
They love it, we know that, and you're right, it wasn't a natural go-to because we go to the meats and the proteins, but they love it. And look, cats love fish too. So cats are they survive anything. They're probably the most agile creatures on the planet. But this is a new kind of product for dogs, but it's a natural progression for them to go into this protein.
So there's nothing on the market at the moment for dogs that's fish based?
There are kibbles and stuff that have partly fish in it, but we are a single ingredient product that is all fish for dogs. So that's, you're right, there is nothing on the market that is exactly like this.
I would love to know if actually fish is suitable for dogs.
Oh, it is. It's 100% suitable for dogs. Yeah. And for instance, we do a cartilage as well for a dog, which is actually for their teeth, and their teeth and gum and dental health. Nobody would know that.
I'm only thinking from an evolutionary process point of view, because dogs would have never eaten the fish.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm just thinking from that perspective.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's not a natural thing to think of it a fish for dogs, but it's probably a good thing to get them, as. So it's interesting that we've moved into that area of it. And I think actually medication, there's definitely medical based information that fish is excellent for your dogs.
Yeah. Well, to give arthritis, it's anti-inflammatory, right?
Correct.
Omega-3, so it's got to be good. And you both are power girls, GM and GM. GM of this Fusion
right.
brand,
Yeah.
and you are the GM of the entire group.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to talk maybe for the group about like sustainability and what you guys do for communities and stuff?
Yeah, so I mean, look, like Sacha was saying, we've been around the schools and promoting the brand Fishtastic and trying to give back to the community where we can. Do giveaways, donations to charities and so forth. So we're big on that. And then we've got a Aboriginal sort of supplier network that we try to support in our big group. And then also we do recycling and just general sustainability as well.
That's beautiful. That's really good about the Indigenous. That's the other thing coming up a lot now. We're seeing even Indigenous-based products from the country where, you know what I mean, people are sporting it. Even in our shops, we've got like seasonings and sauces, things.
Amazing.
And people are willing to pay that little bit extra to support these Indigenous communities that are growing produce out. Outback Australia.
Well, we're a fully Australian-made product, and like we're employing people in Australia to do packaging. Yeah, no, you're right. Exactly. But you know, it's designed, curated, built in Australia, and we obviously employ staff in Australia. We look after a very small factory in Mission Beach to make this happen. We are supporting the fisheries, in a sustainable angle. So it's a really circular piece, this one. And I think, again, it's also about the well-being for our dogs. So it's a really good product for them. So it feels good to be part of that.
Yeah. Look, the thing that stood out to me is it's made out of offcuts.
Yeah.
It wouldn't normally be used. It would probably go to landfill or somewhere.
Correct.
With it. But to have created a product that is like a really good food for the pets, that's very sustainable.
Yeah, it's a fully upcycled product for that. So there is no wastage in any of the fish, which is important.
Yeah, very innovative.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of other like offcuts or byproducts of the things that we make that goes to waste, that something could be done.
Yeah, 100%, especially for our animals. Like there's so much that could be done, and I think there is so much waste and landfill and terrible products. Look, I was a fashion designer for many years and still love my fashion, but we know that the fast fashion industry is, creating huge landfill issues nationwide, globally. And it's just nice to be part of a business that really endorses sustainability and is looking after the environment. So great.
Yeah. And QE Foodstores, do we have all your products on the shelf? Not yet, right?
You're getting them this week.
Yeah.
So it's all happening. We've got everything's being dispatched to you as we speak. So you'll be having them by the end of the week, and hopefully everybody loves it.
So Fishtastic. Took me a while to announce the name.
I love that.
So I just separated the two words, Fishtastic.
That's it.
So it'll be available to our customers, as well as the competition is now underway.
Correct.
For kids to win and become famous in Australia.
Exactly. Why not?
What's the magazine name they're going to be on?
Well, they're going to be on the product. They're going to be on little comp cards inside the product. We will use those images across our socials. They'll be famous, and they'll obviously get fish products for their dogs. There'll be lots of different things that we will initiate as far as prizes, but those are the main things.
Yeah.
And I think everybody wants their dog to be famous, right? Dress them up, put some sunglasses on them. Yeah.
Famous.
Yeah.
So. And how many products in the range at the moment?
We've got 6 SKUs. We've got 2 powders, which are toppers for your dog, so fully fish-based powders. And then we've got 4 nutritional chews. Yeah. And that's a range from, fish jerky through to cartilage, through to mackerel bites. And all of them we've tried and tested it with our dogs, both, across multiple animals. They're loved. Yeah. So they love the product, and they're really good for your dog. So
Is Kiwis the first retailer?
Yes, you are. You're our first retailer.
Thank you.
We're the first.
Yes. I was just going to say, I initially gave my shepherd one of them, and he beat my hand. That's how fast he basically went for it.
Beat your hand.
And he's normally good.
I love it.
Beat my hand.
Yeah.
Is it it smells so good. You just want to jump
Oh,
at it.
well,
Or
yeah,
he
the
was that
smell,
hungry.
definitely. Yeah, I mean, and it's something different too, right? So,
Yeah.
and then he just popped it down.
So all the packaging is in these bags, or is it in a can?
It's all in the bags, in the pouches, and the reason why we did that is because they're fully resealable. Obviously, fish,
Yep.
there is going to be slight odour there. So seal it, refrigerate it. You can put it in your pantry. I put it in my pantry, it's fine. But that resealable is very strong, so it won't, leach any of the smell.
So once open, has to be refrigerated.
It's a good idea to do that. It doesn't need to because it's a dehydrated product. It won't ruin the product to have it out, but you do want to be aware that it is a fish product. So it'd be a good idea to refrigerate it.
And Fishtastic only for dogs, not for cats yet.
Do you know what? You can give a time. As far as size, they're built for dogs. So the bites are smaller for smaller dogs. The cartilage is slightly bigger, all of that. But you can feed it to your cat. And just watch this space. We are going to look at cats soon.
Okay.
But this is, definitely primarily for your dog.
Fish food.
Yeah, exactly.
Fish can eat fish.
I know, exactly.
Eat that to fish.
Oh gosh, I don't think of that. Probably not, but
They know I say yes.
maybe.
Yeah, fish
Probably.
eat fish.
They do. Yeah, you probably, if you were to, the actual powder, you probably could.
Fish will eat anything, really.
Yeah, they will. So,
So I wouldn't, well, don't recommend
Okay.
them get sued for something, but
yeah.
No, I'll get it. Or remove this part of it.
yeah. Exactly.
You can speak.
No, it's all.
No, yeah.
What else was I going to say?
Well, the other thing as well, just be careful with puppies because it is nutrition dense. So because it's got so much in it, it can be very rich for a newborn or a new puppy. Puppies vary in age, so they reach adulthood at different times, dogs. So all we say is recommend just be careful that you don't feed a very young puppy or a young dog this. Just wait a little bit longer. Yeah, just because it's so different to what's on the market because everything's full of fillers, even, all the dental chews, they've got so much other stuff in them. They're actually easier on the dogs, but this is nutrition dense product, so you just need a little bit of it and that's enough. So, but be careful with puppies, that's all we say.
Is there direction at the back of the
There sure is, yeah.
to
Yeah.
how much?
Exactly.
So how much to feed? Like this packet here,
Yeah.
is it?
You can give up to 2 or 3 nutritional chews a day to your dog.
Yep.
Powdered, you can put it on their kibble all day long, but that will last you a while, believe it or not. So,
And how much do they retail?
It's $17.95
Yep.
retail, and again, you do get a decent amount of product in there. The reason why it's that is because, again, it is a product that is, it's scarce. We do only use off-cuts. It's fully sustainable.
Yeah.
So it's, again, and that product will last you a long time.
Beautiful. And it is, it says on the packet 3+ year old.
Well, we've got the 3+ there just to be careful, but really puppies vary in age. So please don't take that as absolute science, but it just depends. If your dog is young, just, be it just tiny quantities.
That's beautiful.
Could be like a newborn when you're sort of weaning him into.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Do the newborn dogs eat like food? Or just
Well, they've got puppy food, don't they?
Yeah, they got puppy like kibble and raw food and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go and feed them a little bit and then just wait and see if they're tolerant to the meal, and if they're not, then you've got to obviously stick to chicken and rice kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then otherwise, you always have to introduce new product at a tiny little sort of examples rather than not. Sorry, let me repeat that. So yes, you should give samples to any new product that you give your dog.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they could have an upset stomach as well. So.
all right. So they could be allergic to it.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, some pets are allergic to chicken, for example. So you're always trying to give little supplements first to build that tolerance, and then you go into it. So same with supplements and other, switching kibble.
Yeah. Given dogs don't speak, so I don't have a pet.
How would you know?
For example, if you do a little bit, how do you know they've experienced an allergic reaction or not?
Yeah, so usually by their stools. So if it's running, you'll know they've got an allergic reaction.
Okay.
That's the best indication.
Okay, good.
Hopefully outside, not
So
inside.
I'm an expert who've got 2 dogs. So
That's right.
Yeah.
So generally you should maintain a balanced diet, but just test before you go into the full mode.
do you have pets?
I do. I've always had pets. I grew up with pets. I've had multiple pets. I've got one dog now, which is called Dusty Spoodle.
Yeah.
Medium-sized dog, and he loves the product. So, but I can't live without dogs. And my daughter's studying to be a vet, so we're crazy dog people in our house. We communicate better with dogs than people. so we're part of the new movement of animals, rule the planet sort of thing. So
Animals,
yeah.
part of that movement.
Part of that movement.
Of course, being
Yeah.
the energy of the group, you have to.
That's right.
Yeah, that's good. Anything else you would like? You're both based in Melbourne,
Sure are.
Basically.
Yeah.
and you flew over here just to introduce this competition in
Correct.
some of the schools with the collaboration with us.
Yeah, absolutely. We feel that the launch is as important as anything, to talk about it, to really get that message out there about what it's all about. And I think it's important that people understand the benefits of fish for your dogs. So,
We
yeah.
definitely saw the kids were super excited
I know, they loved it.
to draw, so their
That's
dog
cute.
can become the famous dog in Australia.
Yeah.
I thought that you could look at those little people getting
That's
excited.
so cute.
Yeah, and I think the poster is amazing with the dog,
Yeah.
the glasses on, and looking kind of funky on a beach.
Yeah, it's cool. Great.
It's really, really good. Well, thank you for coming over from Melbourne and introducing Fishtastic to our customers, as well as the competition, all the community stuff that you do. It's wonderful work. What else to say? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a lovely day.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Narinder.